YouTube as well. Boom. Right. Don't show again. Dismissed. There we go. Okay, looks like we got signal on Twitch. Safe. Looks like we got signal on YouTube as well. Alright, maybe I should say something about it. Live streaming, let me get this one. Boom. Starting with 6. Boom. At everyone. Okay. Boom. This is done here. We change the chat here. I don't know, I probably should do. Probably should. I mean, this is all done in C, but I should probably. The wheel has spoken. Yeah, I mean, I didn't do the wheel, but I just thought that I wanted to learn sick. Guess who? Hello, yo, what's going on? What's going on? Guess who? What? Actually, I want to clean this up a little bit. C. Can I move all of this into C? Yes. Okay. Great. I don't want to make a new one called sick. Okay. Yo, those were the last part. I want to ask for some advice. Sure thing. Go ahead. Okay. All right. Wait a minute, I'm answering some texts. What's sick? It's a programming language similar to C, but with some, I guess, more modern features than C, basically. I don't know if the whole thing it's actually done here. Maybe it gives you a reason behind, why you should use SIG instead of like C or C++ or anything like that. I have a problem scraping my project and I really don't want to scrap this file manager. I haven't started scraping it, it's still going on good. But any advice on that? So wait, you don't want to scrape it or what's going on? What's going on? Like, I don't understand. Do you want to scrape it or do you just have like a general problem of scraping projects? Anyways, let me go back to learn. Introduction, in-depth overview. I guess I should probably check this one out. For to check this, performance safety choose 2, so it has 4 build modes. To scope, granularity, okay, optimizations, bird speed, harm, debugging, harm, compile time. Okay. Here's what interior overflow looks like at compile time, regardless of the build mode. Overflow of integer type U8 with value 256. Okay. And safety check builds. When you do change it from const to bar, I don't know if that has anything to do. Wow, that is wow, you go down to the root. God damn. No, I want to keep doing this file manager, but I want to get into game that and come up with an idea after hard working on it non-stop. I give up on it. I mean, I guess that has something to do with motivation and like where your motivation is going towards. I guess when you don't have that kind of motivation to go to keep going with the project, you either have to like keep working on it, like, you know, forcing yourself to keep working on it, or I'm listening to this in-game tip, that's why I know good at well, but I haven't made a proper game. I mean, maybe have a clear idea of what your end goal should look like, so that you can keep going no matter what. You know, if you don't know exactly what you want to end up doing, then it might be harder to keep going. I mean, you can put it on the back burner and revisit it later, type shit. Critique, one can rely on safety enable build mode on select disable safety at the performance bottlenecks. For example, the previous example could be modified like this. Okay, so you set a runtime safety false. Okay, so you don't know what's gonna happen here. So you, okay. Okay, so if it's const, then this is gonna, okay. But if it's bar, then it's gonna crash at runtime. I have like 20 projects of good at projects. Damn, then you might have to only choose one and stick with that one. Speaking of performance, SIG is faster than C. Is it though? All SIG code lives in one compilation unit optimized together. Carefully chosen liquid behavior. For example, in SIG, both signed and unsigned integers have a liquid behavior. On overflow, contrasted to only signed integers in C. Okay, SIG exposes a single instruction multiple data vector type, making it easy to write portable vectorized code. Okay, the standard library provides essential data structures such as hash maps and array lists. Okay. Whereas in C, it is tempting to use linked list for simplicity. Yep. Advanced CPU features are enabled by default. Alright. Please note that SIG is not a fully safe language. For those interested in following SIG safety history or story, subscribe to these issues. Alright, SIG competes with C instead of depending on it. The SIG standard library integrates with libc but does not depend on it. Here's Hello World. Okay. What is SIG used for in most? I guess similar to C in like I don't know how to speak anymore. Systems and embedded programming. I mean, it's not really that used in like serious projects, but it's going up in popularity, so that's why I want to learn it. It also looks pretty cool, but yeah, I think it's used for like the same use cases of C. It's meant to be like a replacement of C, basically, or like a sort of more modern C. When compiled with O, really small debug central strip, single-threaded mode, this produces an AppOnate complete static executable for the x86 target. Okay. Not a dynamic executable. Oh, so you're gonna make project in the library doing it? Don't really know how I'm gonna do that yet. I'm probably gonna take a look at sort of all of this documentation, see how it goes, and then maybe I'll do a project to sort of, you know, get used to it. Honestly, for a while I always wanted to learn game dev in general, but I never ended up finishing any projects because I didn't have a very clear idea of what I actually was going to make per project. Yeah, I mean, I also struggle with that a little bit. Like, I start with a project, but I don't really know like what the end project is or has to be, so I just don't know when to stop, and I lose motivation over time and I just abandon it. But fuck it. Order independent of those operations, or order independent of okay. But once I found out that I wanted to do graphics programming and emulator development, I had a lot more motivation. Okay, so you can actually have tests. That's good, and that is part of the standard library. Okay, well, I feel like this is a little bit more advanced than what I actually need. I mean, maybe I should go first into getting started. Boom. Boom. Okay, I might have to check this out. Siglins is the one that I know. Okay. I feel like learning game data is inherently kind of big for that reason. Yes, me too. When I started making desktop application, I could do it. This is my third one that is actually working, and I really liked it. Setting up a path on Windows. Okay, I think I already got this one. Hopefully. I mean, this is just so that I can actually have oh, package managers. Yeah, this is how I installed it. Great. Run Hello World. Alright, so let's just do that then. Sick. Yeah. Boom. Here we go. Configure it. Yep. Sick. Build. Run. This is probably going to take a while because it has to generate the LLVM object. Alright, great. And now check out other resources in the learn section. Ah, this is it. This is it. What the fuck? Can I do sig run? Sig run specialist one position argument. Sig run source. Maybe that's it. Oh, that is it. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, let me actually know if I have. So I do have the this. Okay, so it seems like I do have autocomplete. Okay. Debug. Print. World. Whoops. Okay. Can I do sig build run? Alright, what the actual fuck just happened now? That's good to hear. Sig build, what are we working on? Game Boy emulator. How the fuck can this crash, bro? I literally just did one thing. Hello World lib. Wait, did I actually do that? Yo, I just added a single print statement. There's no way this actually failed because of that. Ain't no way, boy. Sig build. Expected 2 arguments found 1. What kind of argument do you have? Or do you need? The fuck? Args any type. I don't have any arguments, my guy. Can I just say no? Sig build. Expected tuple or struct argument found. Sig 92.9. Wait, what? The following command failed with one compilation error. Compile error. Okay, but where exactly in my program did it crash? You could tell me that at least. Okay, so you're telling me that if I do debug start once, so I guess in here I have all of this stuff. Sig build, and this just works. The Prima body has code base. Yeah, but I mean, like, if I don't add any parameter, why should this code base? I mean, okay. I mean, sure, I could say, you know, dot code base, but what if I just want a simple print statement? You know, it shouldn't be that much of a pain in the ass to do that, I believe. Oh, okay. Okay. So I just have to add this empty. Okay, so this should be sig build. Shouldn't have any error. Now sig run source main. There we go. Okay, sig build test. Is that what it is? What graphics card do you use? I use a NVIDIA 1660 Super, I think it is. Yep, this is the one that I use. Whoops. Not a 350. No. This one. Which one do you use? Yeah, I got it a few years ago. Second hand, pretty good for the stuff that I do. It was definitely way cheaper than this. Oh, me gaming in Linux, it crashes. I haven't tried gaming in Linux. You know, I have a Windows partition, so I just play on Windows. I'm using an RTX 3060. Got NVIDIA 1050 GTX. Damn. I mean, maybe there's not support for that one on the drivers. Alright. So I do have to keep it empty. That's interesting. I feel like that's a bit of a setback. I don't know why you would have to do that, to be honest, but... Okay, so I'm gonna go into Siglings. And I guess I do have to copy this. Download zip, okay. The project contains a series of tiny broken programs, and when necessary, surprised by fixing them, you'll learn how to read and write sig code. Right. Those broken programs need your help. You also have don't want to click on these things. If you've never programmed before, but not specific programming experience is required. So I just see. Its exercise is self-contained and self-explained. For more details. Also, the SIG community is incredibly friendly and helpful. A development build of the SIG compiler. Clone this repository. Okay, so I should have this one already. SIG version. I feel like this should be the does make support SIG. I mean, I guess you can make it with SIG as well. It's just a matter of changing the parameters of the compiler and stuff. I'm guessing, I have no idea. The part hits hard if you want to do a project and is excited, but you want a specific thing and you read documents. A lot of fun, understanding things to make it. It drains my mood. Yeah, but that's part of the process of learning. Okay, so I do have to clone it. Let me clone this instead. Okay, and then SIG build. SIG build. Oh fuck. Sorry, it looks like your version of SIG is too old. Excuse me, what the fuck? Okay. The latest stable release was 0.15.1. Damn. Okay. So which one do I have? SIG. Version I have 0.14.1. So I guess I do have to. Okay, so how do I change the version of this? Please download a development master build from. Oh wow, 0.16. Wow. Okay. So let's just see if there's any other good resources out there. Oh, okay, so this is the documentation. Great. So actually, I do want to check something out. Let me make a new directory for try sig. I'm gonna call it. I guess I have to do sig init, sig built. I have probably 70% of Game Boy opcodes implemented. Damn. Sig build test. I mean, what if I want to create an empty sig project? I mean, I don't want all of this stuff. Can I just get rid of it? You know what I mean? Probably I should keep this at the very top. Create empty sig project. Initialize a new sig project. Modify the main repo and run. Okay. A lot of copy pastable. There are about 540. God damn. I just deleted my entry creating window. What the hell is that? Okay. So let's just start with the basic. So I have std.print, .debug, .print hello world. Then I have to do this. Okay. So I can build exe, but this is with do I have that option? Sig build exe source main. Root source file struct has no memory name debug. Yeah, I don't know how to spell, but I haven't got an error here. Debug. There we go. Okay, so now this builds my executable without running it. And what is the difference between sig build source main? The following command failed with exit code 1. Oh, they should be sig build. So I have my main.o and then my main. Huh. Interesting. Sig build hello.sig. Hello world. I have to write XAML again. I should have saved the git. It's just a window. Damn, writing XAML sucks. Fucking sucks. Okay. And so then there's this other method in here, which is try standard.file system maybe. .file.standard output .write all, and then okay, I don't have to put something at the end there, but this is just way too much. Most of the time it is more appropriate to write to a standard okay, and whether or not the message is successfully written to the stream is irrelevant. Also, formatted printing often comes in handy. For this common case, there is a simpler API. Okay. In this case, the file may be omitted from the return type of main because no errors are returned from the function. Okay, yeah, I would love to understand what the hell this means. I mean, I guess in the type is void, but what does the exclamation point mean? Okay. I got it. Was in the recycle bin. Yeah, dang. Right. there are no multi-line comments in SIG. What? This allows SIG to have the property that each line of code can be tokenized out of context. Bullshit. Okay, so you can do like... Okay, so you can do const print equals import std. Okay. That is good. Import std.debug.print. And so instead of having to write all of this piece of crap, I can just do print. Okay, and then I can do a signal run. Boom, hello world. Great. No plugins, OSP0, is it? Probably not this one. Yeah. So, whoops. LSP telescope. Not this one. I don't know which one it was. Low line LSP0, lazy get point get signs, fugitive, not. It was like okay, so these are, yeah, insert install. Because I already have this amazing. Yes. Rubbish, yo, how's it going, man? How you doing? Okay, yeah, this is clean. There we go. I don't need that one anymore. Okay, so why do I not get errors on my thing? Get signs, no oil, no roast by no telescope, tree sitter. Right, maybe this is the one that I need. It's installed, markdown, whatever. Could I do something like sick? I don't know if this is how you do it, but tree sitter sick. Whoops. No, this is not what I want. So let's just do a tree sitter and then I don't know which one it is actually. Hopefully it's this one. Tree sitter. Okay. Update. All parsers are up to date. So that includes Zig as well. TS install sick. Maybe? Would you like to reinstall? No, let's just give it a try. Downloading tracer is sick. Okay, so it has been installed. And I can go sick, try sick. So what happens if I do standard.debug? Okay, and now I get it. Okay. Let's just ignore this for now. But for example here, you don't have that sort of type. You can get rid of this. You can just have it exploit sick build. And then sig run. Okay, so sig build run. Hello world. So my question is, what is the difference between this and this? In this case, the exclamation point may be omitted from the return type of main because no errors are returned from the function. Interesting. The 600 library has its own documentation. Is there anything that explains functions and return types? Hello world, okay. Comments, dot comments, values. Functions. Functions. Function. Okay. Oh shit, I gotta, hey, Quino, I'm sorry man, I didn't see you on Twitch, sorry about that. What's the advantage of SIG? Couldn't tell you right now. I guess the biggest advantage is that it has its own build system. Maybe that's maybe what I would say. It has more modern features. It has already built-in data structures. It has a bunch of different stuff. So what if I change this to int? Alright, so it turns out that is not how you build an int. Do I have to specify like uint? Int. Turns out I cannot really declare a function like that. I8. Okay, so this is an int 8. I guess. Int of 8 bits. Right. That's what it has to be. But yeah, I mean, this is my first ever day trying it out, so I might not know too much about it. I've just seen it on videos and stuff and decided to give it a try. Okay, so could I say return 1? And it's going to tell me like, hey, exited with... Alright, what the actual fuck is going on? Expecting the return type of main to be void. U8. Okay, so I can now declare it as U8. Right. Yeah, probably if I want to return things like -1 and stuff. Another one? To be void. It's a compiled language? Yeah, that's okay, I'm just curious about it. Yes, it is a compiled language. So I just declared as U8, and you're giving me an error. Huh. Oh, make. Yeah, that is not what I have to do. Sig build run. Failure. Alright, could you tell me where it actually failed? Or do I just have to figure that out myself? But actually... Okay, so it actually printed this, but then turns out I cannot. Oops. Yo. Turns out I cannot return like this. What do I have to return? Return B. Return A plus B. What if I just want to return a fixed value? Return x plus 42. So I cannot return -1 if I wanted to. Is that what you're telling me? Sig build. It's still giving me an error. Expected type found -1. U8 cannot represent value -1. Okay, you might be right about that. You could be right about that, but then if I return 1 as well, sig build. It actually built. What? Sig run. Sig run source main. Hello world. So I'm not really understanding what the process is here. So if I do sig build run, it fails, but if I do sig build and then sig run source main, it works. Okay, I guess. What if I do sig build exe source main? No problem with that. And then it actually works. So what the fuck is happening here? Guess I don't need this anymore. Although I should probably keep this in here. So I'm gonna say main can only be void exclamation point void u8 or exclamation point u8, which I still don't know what the exclamation point does, which I was hoping the whole function thing could explain that to me, but not really sure. I'm not annoyed, I'm confused. I am confused. I mean, makes sense because I'm just learning here, but yeah. Listen, I just want to know what the exclamation point does. Wish I could find that out. I guess I am on this one. Although I should probably have the latest version. You know, that would be great. But anyways. See also values, import, errors, entry point could be a good one. Okay. Entry point. Uses this declaration as the program user brought in to point and can return any of the following types: void, e exclamation point void for any error set e, un, 8. I was hoping the exclamation point is not like in C++. I mean, it could be. So you're learning SIG just to learn, or any purpose? Honestly, just to learn. I don't have any specific purpose with this. Maybe I guess improving my skill set or expanding my skill set, I guess. What the fuck? I mean, it could be a not, but what do you mean the main function does not return a UN8? But then it allows this? Would this work? Sig build. It works, it compiles, and then sig run source main. Okay, what? Let me actually delete this. If I do sig build, do I get an executable as well? I don't get it. So what do I build? Okay, I build main.out. Okay, so I should probably do sig build exe source main, and then main. So it works like that. Okay. See, I might have to ask my friend what it actually means. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Alright. Nsig. What does the exclamation point in front of the return type of a function mean? Can fail with an error. An error unit type. Okay. Okay, so I can return an error. Either an I-32 or an error. Okay. Alright. That's better now. Okay, so what if I can do invalid number? So could I do that? Error dot invalid. It doesn't say anything that this is not supposed to work, so I'm just gonna compiled, okay. Main. And it returns an error. Alright. Well, glad I could clear that out. Okay, so is that it can return both the return type or not both. Either return type or an error. What the fuck? Expected type expression. Wait, what? This generates an error. What? Maybe I should start using SIG as well, just to creep the system administrators out of my job. Does it have GPU library? What do you mean GPU library? As in like to draw or stuff like that? I mean, I think it does. I think you can integrate C libraries with SIG, kind of like C++. Okay, so why would this cause a problem though? Okay, so this would be SIG. Wait, so I don't even have, what exactly do I build with this? SIG out, bin, libraries. What exactly do I build with SIG build? SIG build. SIG build system. The fundamental commands: SIG build exe, SIG build lib, SIG build obj, and SIG test. Alright, simple executable. Build scripts create an executable from a SIG file that contains a public main function definition. Can it interface with CUDA? I honestly don't know. SIG CUDA library. CUDA library for SIG. I guess it does. SIG build Sermiol. Okay. Compile.exe, build artifacts. Add a competent step for running the application. Okay, so SIG build summary, alt SIG build exe, but so okay, the one that I should choose is SIG exe. Okay, source main. All right. User provided options. Okay, so this is kind of what I like about SIG, is the fact that you, in order to sort of have it, the build system, you don't have to learn a new scripting language. You can use SIG itself to build SIG, which is great. Okay. There are a lot of different options. Great. Let me go back to introduction. Okay. Dot comments. Sucks the fact that I don't have a multi-line comments, because whatever this means, you know. Well, I can select it. It does. Nice. Great. Right. Okay. Dot comments. What is the difference between a dot comment? Is one that begins with exactly 3 slashes. Merge together to form a multi-line dot comment. What is the purpose of this? Of dot comments exactly? They're only allowed in certain places. It is a compile error to have a dot comment in an unexpected place, such as the middle of an expression. Okay. So I guess it can only be used to sort of explain things before they're actually declared. Right. Dot comments, whatever, dot comment, so you do get an error. Great. And a file. Okay. Top level dot comments is the one that begins with 2 slashes and an exclamation point. It documents the current module. It is a compiler if a top level dot comment is not placed at the start of a container before any expressions. Okay, so that's why it was throwing an error here. The source may not save. If I do this, then yeah, it's going to crash, but if I place it in here, it's not going to. Okay. What? There we go. Okay, values. Okay, so these are independent in the order. Great. Great. So then I have my main function, which I guess it would make sense to have it as, like, why would you only like to have it as plain type when you can just use this and makes your life a whole lot easier. Kind of return the same error here. Sig bill exe source main. Main. Yeah. Okay. It's not giving me an error right away. Sig.exe. Okay, expected type. Okay. So it does tell me like, hey, this is the wrong type. There you go. So I guess I can just say this. Alright. And then I do this, and it works just fine. There we go. Okay. Let's just keep going. 7dip3. Okay, so the way to declare a variable is what exactly? Can I just say bar? How do I declare it actually? Can I just say, I don't know, test bar equals to int 16? Is it even the type x16? Expected while for inline. I cannot do that. So I guess I have to do bar test bar e16. Sorry about that. Equals 150. Unused local variable. Okay. And then I can say print value of test bar. And then what? Just test bar. Printf. Whoops. My bad. It's never mutated. So it should be called const. Sig build exe source main. Huh. Aren't you just argument in value of test bar? Well, I mean, that is kind of crazy, no? How do I even print that? yeah, okay, so I do have to declare it in here as well. The fact that I'm going to print something. Okay. Then. So this should work now. Sig. There we go. And now main 150. Great. The fact that I don't have to put a format in the print, pretty good. Could I add const second bar I16 as well? It's going to be 25. Okay. Second bar. Would this give me any trouble? It does. Okay, so would this just be fixed if I place another stuff here? Okay, it actually works. And it prints both. And what if I do this? Sorry, I do finish this one and then I add another one. Would that also work? Second bar. No. Expected 2 arguments, found 3. Okay, so I can only take that one. Alright. Good. And now this is going to compile. Great. Boolean, all of this stuff. Optional. Okay, the thing is, before when I did this, when I did bar, this is never mutated, so it's just telling me to, hey, you should use this as a const. Consider using const. Okay. So it forces you to use const by default, which is great. If it's never mutated. Okay, but what if I have another function, which is a pop func print value. And I have no idea how to declare a parameter, but might be something like I16 value. Oh, yeah, I do have to specify the return type, which is going to be void. Name shadows primitive I16. I thought that's what it had to be. My guy. Let's see what it actually tells me. Sig, build this. Name shadows primitive I16. Consider using I16. Huh? What are you telling me? Interested is not really object oriented. It is not. It is not. You can use structs in a similar way to C, but it does not have objects. Const I16? No. What if it's the other way around? Value I16 and use function parameter. Okay, so that is how you declare a function parameter. So this makes no sense. Why, when declaring a variable, do I have to specify the name and then the type? But when doing it with the parameter, I have to specify the name and then the type. It's the same way. I didn't say anything. Okay. So if I have value, boom. I had a bit of a crash out there. All good. And this would just be value. There we go. And then return whatever. I guess we can keep it that way. Almost an hour already. God damn. Okay. So then I can say, hey, I'm gonna print value with test bar. And then I can do the same with my second bar. Okay. and these are both the clearance const. But what if I say bar? It's still going to tell me like, hey, okay. And what if I say, hey, I'm gonna say new value is going to be another I16. I have to declare either, I'm gonna say const and then declare as this, I don't know, value plus 10. And use local const. I can. Right. And this is not modified. So even if I still place it as bar, it's still going to tell me that I can use, or that I should use, const. Great stuff right there. Okay. See, this is something that I feel like the C compiler could tell you as well. You know? But it doesn't. There we go. And then if I do sig, all this. I forgot how to type main, and I get both values. Okay, I'm sorry for trying this stuff out, but it's really helpful to know what works and what does not work. Error union. Can I return a custom error or something like that? I mean, that would be kind of helpful. Primitive types. I8, U8, I16, U16, I32, U32, I64, I28, god damn. Alright. I size, U size, I size, pointer size, integer. Char for API, compatibility with C, C Sword for... Okay, so this is the same, okay. So this was like, an API was a application program interface, and this is application binary interface. That's what API meaning. Encoded. Application binary interface. Okay. Great. F16 strings. How are strings managed in this place? Where are my strings? Integers, floats, void, types, errors, primitive values, true and false. Primitive types, primitive values, undefined. Okay, so I can use undefined. String literals, okay. So const bytes equals hello. So wait, I don't have to specify the type of that? Huh. So I can just say this. Did my music stop? Yes. Alright, so I can do the const string equals hello world and use local constant. Print string value string, and this is just going to work. Cannot format or write without a specifier. Huh, interesting. So I need to specify that this is in a string. I do have to do that. Okay. Okay. And main, and then I get hello world. What if I try to do bar and then string equals 12, for example? This is just going to let me do that. Expected type const. Okay, turns out I cannot do that. Great. Good to know. Bytes.length, I get the length as well, and I can use it as an array as well. Ooh, I like that. I can use emojis as well. Can't tell you. Okay. Will be used to compare bytes. Okay, so I'm guessing this is comparing byte per byte. This. Alright. And then invalid UDF8 or possible that XX. Okay. Index and then returns individual bytes. Makes sense. Okay. Erase. Let's just say erase. Wow, this is a bit of a interesting declaration of an array. So what if I want to just declare a normal array? Okay, so I can join two arrays. That's great. And then I can just assert initialize an array to 0. So I guess I declare the name. I declare that it's actually an array. The type, the value, and then how many times I want to declare it to 0, I guess would be the way. Okay, yeah, length equals 10. Great. That is interesting. So it would be like const array equals. I mean, this is what you tell me I have to do. So, and then you wait. Unable to infer array size. And use local constant. So this is how you actually do it. So now if I say, well, I cannot do array 0 equals 1. I can. Interesting. And then this is going to be 0. And then array 0. Forgot to remove that. Okay, that's what I thought. So why are you not telling me this on my editor? With that sick. Okay. Where are we going now? Main. Look at all this. Okay, so I do add a double new line. Great. Okay, so I can specify array literal. So wait, can I do something like this? Right. I can do const array or message. Let's call it int array equals this type. I guess I8. Can I leave a space between this? Okay, great. Great. Okay. I guess I can use pointers as well. Can I do something like print? Keep doing printf address of test bar. I can. And it actually tells me the type as well. Huh. Interesting. Can I say const test bar pointer equals the address of test bar? Identifiers, static load thread, local variables. Pointers. Wait, so they're just declared automatically? Not so sure about that. Test bar pointer equals 12. Okay, so it actually tells me that I cannot do that. Not so sure about that. Don't really like this. Okay, but what if I just... I just declare a pointer. Can I leave it as undefined? I can't. It's never mutated. Type of undefined. So I cannot print that. Okay. What about no? I can. And then it comes out as no. But what type are you? Like, this makes no sense. What if I don't want to do test bar pointer equals 12? Do you automatically get a sign, or how does this work? Okay, not assigned to constant. Yeah, makes sense. What? Variable of type no must be const or comp time. Not too sure if I understand that correctly. Must be const or comp time. Wait. Okay, so they can be at compile time using comp time keyword. In this example, the variable x and y are equivalent. Must be const or comp time. Well, I'm telling you, you're comp time, alright? Expected type of type. Okay, so what type are you? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Print type of test bar pointer is going to be. Can I do type of? Type of test bar point. Not even sure if I can do this. Did I have to declare this? Wait, what? Comms and cons is redundant. Expected top of the struct argument. Type of. Oh yeah, you're right. This just has to be dot this. It actually compiles. Type of no. Okay, so no type is assigned if that is no. Okay. So then this is like having a sort of stupid thing. Can I do bar and then do test bar pointer and then I take the address of on the test bar. Bravo type of no must be const or com type. This makes no sense, so this is kind of pointless, no? Because then I cannot do anything with this. What? I mean, maybe because the type is null, could I do something like... Okay, great link. I think I'm gonna leave it for today, and then I'll keep going tomorrow. But so far, there are things that I like, things that I'm finding to be a little bit weird, to say the least. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for being here. I'll be back